What's up, brick builders? Today's build is Racing Truck. This is set number 30033-1. Year it came out was 2010, age group 6 plus, and it's got a piece count of 40. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video, and this is another superb Racers set. Now Racers, they really do surprise me on how sleek their cars looked and stuff. Excuse me. And I was wondering what it would be like with a truck. So this was an actual promotional set that was given away with the UK newspaper, the Daily Mail. This is awesome. Having this for free in a newspaper would be like, I would buy all the newspapers. If they were actually putting the set on the newspaper, I'd be buying all the newspapers. But I don't think that was the case. I think it's like you save up, you get a coupon, you send it off, and then you get the set sent to you. So there's still some groundwork to do. But hey, excuse me. It's a cool little build. I love trucks, more so than the cars and stuff like that. Although the racer cars are so cool. I love trucks, and this is a nice little build to add to your little growing collection of racer builds. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? Alright, I do have some instructions that I found on brick instructions. They are a little bit dark to me though, so there may be a bit of trial and error. So we're going to go with a 2x3 black plate, and then we're going to a 1x4 black plate, and that's going to go straight across the back there. So this is going to be the back of the truck. Look at that, it's a tiny little build. And we're going to extend that now with a 2x6. And we're going to pop that on top, and that goes there. And then we've got a 2x8, and that's just going to go under that 2x6. So now we've got a really good idea of how big our truck's going to be. It's a superb little build. This piece is a little bit confusing because of how dark it is, but it is 1, 2, 3 studs in. So this is going to overlap by 1. It's going to sit underneath. I think that actually goes in like that. I think it goes like that. If not, I'll amend it later. It overhangs by 1 stud. It is just really too dark. I'm going to turn it over, and then we're going to put 2x3 white plates just beyond, on the right hand side there, of that axle plate that we just popped in. Like that. And then we want another axle plate, and that's just going to sit just on the join here of the 2 plates. So we're going to pop that right. Whoops. Never a day that Sean don't drop Lego. Like that. There we go. So we're going to flip it back over, and then we're just going to build this bit up here. So we want 2 1x3 blue plates. Those are going to go onto those white studs there. Another one. There we go. So we've got this nice white line here now. And now we want a 1x4 white plate going straight across the back end here. Like that. And that makes the build very flimsy. No. And then we want the bumper plate. So the bumper plate is a 1x4 bracket or 1x2. With 4 studs going across the front, and that's going to go on the other half of the axle plate there, like that. Still quite flimsy, look. We need something in there to hold that. Right, so the next thing we want is these arch pieces. I think these are 1x5. 2, yeah, almost 1x5. So they're going to go straight across this blue, these 2 blue studs here, over the front arch, like so. As you can see, that kind of forms the front wheel arch of the truck. Which is still very flimsy, isn't it? Right, and then we want another arch So you see these pieces are very commonly used in racer builds. Very cool. So now we want the next stage, and that is two jumper plates, light bluish grey, and these ones had the groove and the little pin in there. So we're going to pop that on the back end there, one side by side, and then we want another two on the white plate here. So that's another one and two, like that, and that sets it up for these panels to go across. And these are 2x8 light bluish grey plates, and they're going to sit just off by quarter of a stud, no, half a stud, I would say, half a stud. So you're going to have this little channel in the middle here, and you've got this little overlap here just to make a wheel arch. See that? Very cool. Now we want the cab, and we're going to start off with a 2x3 black brick, 1x2 blue plate. We're going to put that on the right hand side there, and then on the 4 black studs here we're going to place this wheel arch, front wheel arch with headlight kind of molded in there. Those are also common in racer builds, so we're going to pop that on top there like that. So we've got 6 studs in blue here, and then we're going to put a 1x4, which is stuck to the 1x4 brick, 1x4 blue plate straight across the back end there like that, and that brings this all nice and level. So the next thing we want to do is we want to put the 1x2x4 bracket. So we got 1x2 going across the top there by 4 studs hanging down, and that's going to go onto the front in between the headlights, and this is going to be your truck grille. So to make the truck grille, we're going to use the grate plates. We've got 2 1x2 white ones. Just put those across there like that. Put it up right way, Sean. There we go. And that kind of gives it a little bit of detail of a radiator grille. And now we want a cab. So we're going to take 2x4 black brick, and that is just going to sit on these 2 blue studs like that. So it's going to go like that, and you've got these 4 blue studs at the back here. That's going to be for our 1x4 blue brick. As you can see, it's very level. And then we're going to put the roof on the cab with 2 2x3 blue plates going across the top like that. And we want to be flashy, so we got a little beacon here. So we got a 1x1 trans yellow circular plate. Now what you're going to do is drop this brick into that place there where the black plate is. So that black plate, or these black studs here, are marking where this black brick's going to go. And it's going to go way too far back. So you're going to bring it forward, and you want it level with the bumper plate there. And then we got our wheels. So the wheels with racer builds always had this like printed silver around the edges of the rims and stuff, and the spokes. Very cool. And then we'd have slick tires. You can see we've got some slick tires there. These are very easy to put on. Put those on there. Hoping we're going to have some nice clicks when we pop these on. Okay, so you can see we've got the pins there and there. We're just going to put it to one side slightly and then push. A good click. Nice click. Not bad. Slightly to one side and get it under there. Oh, resistance is futile. And there we go. And that is a really nippy racer truck. I think this is a little fantastic truck. I do like the racer style black windscreen with the bricks. That's kind of a very iconic style for racers. I love how the cab wheel arch is lifted up here. I think that's cool because that kind of gives it the feel of bouncy suspension and stuff. Not quite sure about this though. Not quite sure about that. Not the sort of truck I would probably want to race. It's going to corner like a dog, really. I mean, dogs corner quite well actually. So it's going to corner like an ocean liner. You know, it's going to, yeah, that don't even. Yeah, it's not going to go around no racetrack anytime soon, I don't think. It's a nice little design though. I do like it. It's not quite minifig scale. Probably not. Although building a minifig scale one would be kind of cool, so that you could have this sort of style design truck in your Lego City. But nevertheless, it's still a very cool looking truck. Love it. And it's nippy. But I think that's because of the slicks. Yeah. There's a packet of pins there, so that's what it's bouncing into. Oops, completely missed it this time. Everybody's waiting for a truck sound, aren't they? No, that's not a truck, is it? Stop it. Nice little build. As you can see, this is fantastic. I really do like the Racers theme. I'm gutted I missed out on it when it first came out for sale or retail, and they've really got some really fun pieces in there. It's a very cool truck. Love that. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, make some funny truck noises if you like. Don't forget, put your notifications on to all so you don't miss us in the next video. There goes me light. I got the Lego ghost in the house. It's just moving my lights around. Yep. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Peace.